Good morning, everybody. My name is Josie Chase, and I am the Health Work Group Liaison. Um, Giving a presentation today regarding our Health Work Group progress and our annual report for the 2023 year. So first, I want to refresh everybody regarding our initial hypothesis for the Health Work Group. And that was that if healthcare has greater coordination, then healthcare is affordable. And then families are able to access healthcare, and then children are healthy. And if children are healthy, then they are able to focus on learning and attend school regularly, which then would result in them being able to read at grade level by third grade. We did a survey a few years back, 21-22 school year, and that survey found that most families have regular and affordable access to healthcare in our area, at least based on our pilot group, they did. And that this really wasn't the reason that students were missing school. So to move on to our more recent data, we partnered with a group called One Step Consulting. They worked with our health work group to identify families to learn specific barriers and challenges that impact their child's attendance. So specifically, we asked our parents of students who are considered chronically absent, grades pre through third grade in both the Grandview and Mabton communities. And we also surveyed teachers of our third grade students to get a sense for the reason that they were feeling that our students, maybe who are chronically absent, were not reading at third grade level. A couple of questions that we asked, and this is not an exhaustive list, but what has been your child's experience in the education system? What are the reasons why your child has missed school days? What are the ways that the school can help lower your child absences? What are things that we need, that you need help with to get your child to school every day? Does your child have a medical provider? Again, we wanted to touch on that and see if that data had changed. And then what approaches can the district support you with for health services for your child? The participants were identified by their student absences if they had 9 or more days throughout the school year. That's 10%, which is the chronically absent standard. So we did do a very comprehensive survey that was created based on the social determinants of health framework, which includes 8 domains that are unique to our Grandview and Mabton communities. And you see them listed there: education, migrant, health and wellness, mental health, affordable quality housing, their physical environment, their economic opportunity, and then their quality, affordable food. And we did survey on all of those areas. The social determinants of health, as defined by the CDC, are the conditions in the places where people live, learn, work, and play that affect a wide range of health and quality of life risks and outcomes. Additional data was used to analyze the questions and help understand the outcomes. So we did a community scan of both Mabton and Grandview, and we used this assessment to raise awareness and identify potential partners, determine gaps, and develop some strategies to move forward. The survey was administered in person. It was provided in both English and Spanish, and we offered it in various time frames from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. at night. Each participant was afforded a $50 Walmart gift card to help incentivize our families to participate in this survey. And we had very good participation. So we did 75 families. Those were those who were identified again as having chronically absent students because they were our target population. And out of the 75 families targeted, 72 of them completed the survey. 40 of the participants were from the Grandview community and 32 were from Mabton. So a few things that we learned from this survey, and again, this is round 2 of surveying parents with a little bit different lens. Number one, the most glaring, was that parents and teachers expressed an overwhelming need for additional transportation options, citing the following reasons. So, inconsistent childcare providers, missing the bus, car trouble, winter weather being very difficult. Parent illness also was indicated as a barrier to attending school, because if the parent was out sick, they weren't taking their kids to school. And then we also had a common theme of just students being scared to stand at bus stops due to stray dogs. Also, parents who were working very early schedules found it difficult to monitor whether or not their student was making it to school. We had a lot of those families who are working in agriculture, and so they start their day very early, and making it hard for them to make sure that their student was getting up, and oftentimes were missing. And then parents and teachers indicated the need for more wraparound services. They said that they could benefit from, more clothing, coats specifically, free low-cost clinics, programs and services relating to health, free wellness and health checkups, mental health services, etc. Parents and teachers also indicated a need for more training and information regarding student attendance and health. So parent education came up as a theme, specifically in our teacher survey, because they felt like parents didn't quite understand the correlation between attendance and success in school and academics. And so more targeted approach to that was deemed helpful. And then also regarding, parents wanting to know more about our student attendance processes, why they're getting phone calls from people at the first tardy, why they're getting phone calls home after one absence, and its effect on their kids. And I've linked the full survey report there. Ooh, let me go back here. So after learning that data, we moved into trying to find solutions for our families. And so we have launched a brand new pilot here at Grandview School District and it's called Dial-A-Ride. And so our hope is that this will assist with the transportation issue that was cited on both the teacher and the parents' sides of the survey. This Dial-A-Ride will be staffed from 7 to 9 a.m. every morning that we have school. And basically anybody, any student, any parent can call this phone number, and we have somebody available to go to their home, pick them up, and take them to school. This can be used for things like missing the bus, that emergency where mom is sick, or the childcare provider wasn't available that day, and so they don't have a ride to school. If they wake up and their car battery's dead, and they don't have a second form of transportation or family in the area who can take them, this is their backup plan. The other piece to Dial-A-Ride that I think will help with the wraparound services is the option to do some occasional home visiting. So if we have a student who has called Dial-A-Ride multiple times, and it looks like they could benefit from other services, whether that be, in the car they mentioned that their mom's really sick and they're not able to make it regularly, or their clothing not being clean is a barrier for them, or they get in and they don't have a coat, and it's the middle of winter. Our Dial-A-Ride employee would then maybe call and initiate a home visit, see what type of wraparound services we can offer or connect them to, in hopes that they'll have more regular access to these services, and then also to the rides. And then again, this is available to all students. I understand that we're targeting our younger grade levels. However, if the family can't make it to school and they've got siblings, that affects our little ones as well. And so we're making it available to all students in the district. So this is scheduled to start 10:30, or October 30th. We're a bit delayed on our PDSA because it took some time to find somebody to take this shift and then actually get them onboarded. Anybody who knows school district hiring knows that it's not the fastest process in the world. But we have started the advertisements for this program, and we have gotten an overwhelming response from our community. One of the indicators that we were lifting up was community voice. And so we did that through our survey and then really listening to what they had to say about why they weren't making it to school. And, as transportation being one of those things, when we posted this pilot, it was clear that our community was in need. This was just an initial screenshot of one of the Facebook posts. We had over 46 people share the post. 17 people commented and 150 people liked it within the first couple of days that it was posted. And you can see there are a couple of quotes from our comments of folks who were struggling with transportation or, just excited about this program being an option for our community because they recognize that it's been a struggle for our families for a long time. So we're hoping to see some strong use here. Finally, we've been partnering with a local mental health service provider called United Family Center. They are providing a space and regular access to a community closet that we are also donating to. So we have a partnership with World Vision, and we are receiving regular distributions to provide to our Dial-A-Ride families and just families in general in our community for things like household items, personal hygiene products, clothing, coats, books. Access to reading is important, but diapers, wipes, things like that can really help their family, and baby clothes and food as well. So we plan to use this community closet as an avenue to provide some of those resources to our Dial-A-Ride families as we're picking them up, and other families as they're contacting us as well. So that's part of the answer to the wraparound services need from the survey. And then in addition to these efforts, we still maintain partnership with Hazel Health, which is a telehealth based service in our schools. So in each nursing office, we have an iPad and on-demand access to a provider for acute care. So things like headache, cough, stomach ache, things like that. They can be seen by a provider at no cost. And also we have a cart that has some over-the-counter medications that are available to all of our students that sign up for Hazel Health. We have, I think, over 300 signups in our district already for Hazel Health. And so we're hoping to expand that in the coming year. And then we are offering mobile unit visits as well. So in partnership with Yakima Valley Farm Workers Clinic, we have medical and dental mobile units that come regularly to our schools and provide dental screening and sealants, immunizations, sports physicals, just regular checkups for our students. And so we do still partner with YVFWC for those regular contacts. I already mentioned the United Family Center and our World Vision partnership, but we also were able to partner with our Mapleton School District neighbors and implement a data sharing agreement this last year. This allows us to kind of share our attendance data back and forth so that we're really tackling this in a way that affects multiple communities and not just our own. Our next steps for this work group is to take a look at this pilot program, the Dial-A-Ride, and measure the impact that it's had on our chronic attendance, and then ultimately measure our third grade reading levels. So hoping that we'll see an increase in attendance during the pilot, and that it will directly, translate to at least our chronically absent students having higher reading scores, and maybe even more kids than that, because it's open to all for use. And then we're also going to look into holding a health fair. It sounds like our families still really crave information from our school district about resources that are available to them in our community for health, but also just information about attendance and how it relates to success in reading and academics in our district. And then, we hope to partner with Heritage and Susie Diaz to engage a student intern to assist with this project. And then we're also going to be measuring our community closet resources engagement, and make sure that we are reaching out to families who need this service in our area, and those who indicated that they need assistance from our survey. So that's our next steps. If anybody has any questions about this, you can reach out to me. I'm at 509-882-8519. I'm happy to help with any other questions you may have. Thank you.